Hey guys, it's Elo Rybun or Rybun here, and today we're playing Factorio, something I've really been looking forward to, honestly. Lately, if you'll remember, we keep getting attacked by, I believe it's these guys up here. So our goal in this video is to address that problem. In particular, we've got our stone production automatically turning into bricks, and then being tossed down this lanky thing and turning into walls. And that was all to set up for us to be able to mass produce walls to surround this thing. And then I'm going to, or the plan is at least, to get up turrets to protect this section of our base. So the only thing that will be unprotected will end up being this, which I still do need to wall off right here. And set up automated magazine production and storage. So that's going to be what our main goal is today. Of course, we always end up going on side goals, and maybe we'll work towards blue science as well. I'm not really sure. So, um, start that off. We've got tons of walls here, and I'm going to go ahead and place a perimeter. I do want to put it way out here because we want to run bullets to these guys. So the plan is ultimately to have a 2-block right here, a gun here, pass it in, pass it on, etc. Dot dot dot, yada yada. You guys know the gist. Luckily that thing was perfectly placed. So we're actually gonna bring it up from the water. And I think for now we will run it directly along right here. And I think, yeah, we're pretty close to covering up the northeastern side of our wall. What we really need, though, are turrets. And actually, on that note, this does definitely need to be pushed back a little bit, at the very least. Let's see. Well, turrets take up 1, so literally 1 block over. Yeah, but I'll get to this, and I'll cover all the stuff I'm doing in the meantime while we're waiting for all these walls to be produced. So we're experiencing a slight delay on our red science. So I'm just gonna attempt to amend that by... Actually, how am I gonna... Yes, thank you, Mr. Mr. Inserter. I need a, this guy. Our wall's almost complete though, so we're pretty close to that. Let's go to get assembler. We'll need another inserter, but I know we have a ton of those. And what we'll do is actually just change the route slightly so that we can include this one in the network, if you will. I need more power points. Slap that down here. So now we're generating a little bit more red science. Another way I could do this is try to back it up a little bit. Like run a red science track. There's definitely a lot of improvement that could be done here, but we're not quite at the point where we can actually do that yet. I also forgot to mention, we're at one of the most exciting parts of this game for me. I have solar panels. So what I'm gonna do is figure out, we don't have other cables yet. I've got to remember what the way you set these up is, and I'll have to set up these poles first to figure that all out. But I think you just make a grid like this, And then it looks a little dumb. Because they don't line up perfectly. But this is kind of what we're looking at in terms of solar panels. Now, of course, they don't have batteries to store their electricity in, so they won't do anything for us at night. But if I hook them up right here during the day, we'll be gaining energy from them, which will be huge for reducing the steam engine energy, which will in turn reduce pollution. So hopefully we get attacked less. But we'll have to see. So yeah, that's really exciting for me because I mean, I've been over this. I freaking love solar panels. I'm so happy about this. Look at that power. Incredible. We can almost keep up with our demands. Haha. Yay. Well, honestly, we've got a lot of miners going. And when we're not researching something, it goes way, way down. And the sun is still rising, I guess. So the solar panels are still steadily going up. But yeah, if we get enough of these during the day, I'm assuming our steam engines will be able to turn off. And there we go. First layer of the wall is built. So our next goal, of course, is to get turrets up and running on every single face of the wall. And it looks like actually we're slowing down a little bit. Oh, maybe not. Our solar power is definitely going down. We are researching something, so we're using a lot of energy. So in the nighttime, we may actually run out. So what we may want to do, I think we can. It's not boilers. They're cements. So we need really fine. So what we do here is we use these guys, and then we're going to want to figure that out with some pipes. And then power them with this. And you can hear them working a lot less hard, or a lot less hard. However, this is a good and bad thing because we're producing more steam engines, which means more pollution, which means lovely. On a nice note, though, we have a lot more solar panels going. Like a lot more solar panels going. I think I doubled it. And once this gets up, we can probably place them in a better array. So that's really exciting. And what I'm doing in terms of research, in case you guys are wondering, is I'm going for these. Essentially, we can get sulfur, which allows us to make batteries, which allows us to make electrical energy accumulators, which will store the electricity from our solar panels so that hopefully we can produce a whole lot less pollution. But we'll see. I know in past playthroughs, I've gotten up a lot of solar panels, and it accounts for like 2 hours of daytime, and then you're out of power. Or nighttime. So definitely a lot of work to be done there, but we'll see. In other news, I guess this power line is actually technically in the way. We've got some other improvements to do. But yeah, that's what we're up to. Okay. Alright, we're doing good. We're doing good. We're doing good. I've come up with the perfect array size. Although, realistically, I could probably cut this in half and it would still be fine. But look at all this solar power potential. So I really want to get this going. And I really want to do more research. But because this base keeps getting attacked, I really need to monitor its bullet situation. And in fact, I'm going to go refill it now. Because, why not? So, go up and do that really quick. I really wish there was a better way than just destroying the walls each time. I'll do whatever it takes to not have to worry about up here all the time. When I'm not up here, you know? And realistically, it's not even blocked off here. I don't know why they don't just come flooding in, but maybe there's no like super hyper intelligent pathing or something put in, you know? So right now, yeah, my goal is basically mass produce solar panels. Uh, so I've got 22 of them, times 60 is some amount of number that does stuff. So 10 is 100, wait, no, 10 is 600. So 1200 plus 2 more. We're at like 1 point something megawatts total that we can make off of solar, which is nice because it reduces this guy down. Yeah, look at that. Sometimes the steam engines are actually lower. And now on average they're lower, which is really good for power consumption reasons. But the other thing that's causing this is all of our machines are backed up. We're not producing a lot of stuff. If I started researching something right now, a lot of the machines would kick in and our powered system would go a little wonky. But yeah, this is how it's going to look ultimately. And then right here, there will be another array of solar panels that just goes on forever. Yeah, but look at this power. Look at that. It's almost completely clean during the day when we're not producing stuff. Look how little steam they're producing. Yeah, that's really good. So yeah, I'm gonna make a few more solar panels, at least until we can go completely clean as of right now. I think that's what I want to do, really, is just get more solar panels up and then work on defense. The other thing is this works out perfectly because the edge is right here and there's 2 blocks in between for passing along bullets. Ooh, bunch of updates for you guys. I don't know if I updated you guys on the double layered wall, but we got that up and running. And then I layered this with conveyor belts, bringing inserter, or with fast inserters, loading up gun turrets. And from that, I kind of changed this around a little bit. First of all, I rerouted this with an underground belt, so I could route this underground belt here to route bullets out here. So bullets are now being produced here, being pulled out there, being thrown into this line, which then fuels the ammunition for all of these turrets wrapping around the wall all the way down here too. In fact, it'd probably be better to show you this on a map view so I can just scroll around. So as you can see, we've got bullets going around, but more recently the chest has run out. So this is actually now just our production speed. So eventually, I guess we can't see everything. Eventually we'll have a shortage of bullets because it'll stop around this turret probably. It'll eventually pile up. And the other thing that we did was we added a splitter here. And then I did some weird, really ugly underground belt structure. But half the bullets that come through here are going up to this base and being loaded into the chest that stores everything up there. Which actually is very conveniently in my range of vision, I guess, huh? That's interesting. It's like perfectly sized. But yeah, that's what we're looking at. This wall still serves no purpose, but as far as defenses go, once all the bullets queue up and line up for quite some time, we'll be looking good. The only downside to this entire system is that we have our bullet storage chest here, which is almost constantly empty. Oh darn. Let me walk up. But the bullet storage chest up here is constantly being loaded, which means theoretically bullets will not build up on this conveyor belt until this is completely full, which is really bad. But ultimately we've got 2 little stockpiles for bullets. So one of the things I want to do next is upgrade this to the next assembly building, which I'm going to do now. And then the one other thing I'd like to update you guys on, because it's been a second, is our solar panel uh, power production, which after that solar panel has almost completely eliminated the need for steam engines. So we're talking, yep, 0 watts from steam engines currently. So during the day, we produce 0 pollution, which is really nice. Of course, I'm not researching anything right now, and if I were to start, these would kick right back up. But this should help with the aliens, and ultimately with our coal production or consumption, a bunch of other stuff. Even though we're still burning it in all of our furnaces, we're definitely making a lot less of an impact than we were before. On that note, this should have completed, so let's go ahead and upgrade our bullet production. So now that's way faster. We'll be producing bullets way faster and hopefully get this whole thing set up so it can just go. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. Also, real quick note, for those of you who are wondering, I somehow opened this up and I have no clue how to close it, which is why it's been there this entire time. I don't know if it's always been there and I've just been ignoring it, but it's definitely there now, definitely in my eyes, and definitely annoying. Long-term goal, of course, like I said before, was to use trains and stuff. So I think what will eventually happen is we will transition to out here somewhere, make like a factory processing plant, takes in ores and stuff, processes them, and then produces outputs. So we'll have like a little input station, and then produce stuff, and then do something with it. Somewhere over here, it looks like we're getting attacked again. That is a huge, huge. They're already all dead. Jeez. But yeah, I need to maintain these walls every once in a while, but we're looking a lot better than we were before. So yeah, I think my goal is to eventually create a processing plant and then use trains and stuff. But I definitely need to go exploring at some point because all we have on our map is stone right now, and I think that's the only resource we're missing. Of course, once we get liquid processing done, which actually we may have gotten done. No, this guy. Then yeah, we're gonna have to do a lot of stuff. So we'll I don't know. I'll have to figure that all out. But yeah, alrighty, you guys. I'm still semi-adjusting to the new mic, and this is a different day, so I don't know if I sound different than the previous parts of this video or not. But we just got oil processing going, and now we're getting sulfur processing, so I'm currently in the works of making stuff to store and use liquids. I still don't see any pink on my map, but maybe that's because I haven't technically explored it. I think that's how you used to tell where oil was in the past, but something may have changed too. So who knows? What I may do next is build lots of radars, like maybe somewhere down here along the turrets, so we can start getting vision actively being updated. I think that may help with finding oil, but honestly, I'm not sure. But that's kind of our next step. Okay, so I guess I'm wrong, and I'm gonna try not to Google stuff. So specifically because of that, do I not have any walls? I should have walls. I just took them down. I'm gonna go on a little adventure, and I'll take you guys along with me. So the plan is basically run right until we see oil. Although I'm not sure exactly how this works anymore, so who knows if we'll even find oil and everything else in regards to that. Because I remember there were little splotches of like oil on the surface. Now, I could be completely wrong. They could have completely changed the mechanics. But if we run around for a while and don't see anything, then we can assume that that's probably the case. And at which point I may Google it. But for now, we can just wander. There's nothing wrong with wandering. I do remember in the old game, however, or the older, same games, so the older versions of this game, that's the word I want. There used to be more and more aliens as you went out. At least I felt like I would find bases of aliens with like 73 million. Ooh, that's a lot of iron. Yes, you know we said processing center, right? It's 28,000 iron per thing. Yeah, that'll be huge. Yep, this is what I'm talking about. As you can see, this alien settlement, establishment, whatever you want to call it, is much bigger. So we really don't want to mess with them. But I don't know where oil is. I mean, you would think we would have found it by now. I also got radars up and running, so they're scanning the area. Maybe they'll find something. Another alien base. Where at? I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's kind of tiny. It's not that big. Consumes for pollution. Well, these guys consume pollution, huh? Shouldn't they love us then? But yeah, lots of iron ore deposits. It's looking like either A, I need to Google it, or B, we're very unlucky. One of the two. So I'm probably gonna Google it at this point. Okay, update. As you can see, I haven't moved. It says yes, it's still the purplish, pinkish dots that I'm familiar with on the mini-map, and it's still the little black blobs on the surface you find. So that essentially means either A, we are very unlucky, we're getting attacked, but we should be fine. Should be fine. Yeah, we're totally fine. Okay. Ooh, that's a big alien thing. Oh, no, it's not. It's actually not that big, comparatively. But yeah, we can just kind of keep on looking around for it. This place has a ton of little turret guys. So I'm gonna keep doing that. And then hopefully find something. We found it. There's a whole ton of oil right down here. If I remember correctly, oil's infinite. Wow, we are very far away. We can actively see what's happening up here? Is that just because of the radars? It's very far away. So ideally we find a closer oil source. But at least we found oil. So worst comes to worst, we set up like a... I want to say train, but I don't know if trains can transport fluids. Who knows? I don't. I definitely haven't mucked with trains that much before, but maybe we have to. And that'd be really cool, actually, to set up like a fluid system that transports stuff. Look how many worms this thing has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to see how badly we get our asses kicked. Let's see. Okay, see, that's all those guys down. Oh, you can actually dodge these things now. Oh, I don't want to get touched. Can I actually kill this? Oh, that hurts when you stand in it. That's what keeps hitting me. Oh, I may actually die if I keep this up. Wait, hold up. I gotta take out at least one. Nice. Alright. Anywho, I'm gonna go search for oil, somewhere closer, hopefully. Okay. Something got destroyed. Ooh, that's lovely. Let's just go pay the other base a visit real quick. This is not good. These guys are relentless. So I need to think of a more permanent solution, I guess. That's okay though. For now, let's just act like it didn't happen. And maybe we send some bullets up there. The only downside of this that I should mention is that, first of all, we're drawing power from all these inserters. Second of all, if that storage chest doesn't fill up... Ooh, they're coming actually at a good angle for once. Oh, that'd be good, yeah. It'd be good to get the steel-based bullets. This would be really good, too. Honestly, I should just research this, because it makes things go faster. What was I saying? Oh, so if this chest runs out of bullets, which it will, eventually, because it's throwing one out, and it's getting one back every once in a while, whenever this finishes. Which I feel like it should be a better way to, sorry? Yeah, we're gonna change this up really quick, just to make it be a little bit better. And then there's my poisons go that way. And then we can grab a fast inserter and force feed it directly from here. So now it should always have iron in it. Granted, we have excess iron, which will speed up the production. So we're pulling out at probably about a little over 2 times the speed at which we're putting bullets in, which is okay. But when that chest runs out of bullets, if this chest up here isn't full, you can't see like that, but you can see it here, which has a copper ore in it for some reason, which we should probably go remove, actually. Seems like a defect. If the ore gets pulled out instead of a bullet, we could end up in a situation where we are clogged from defense. But essentially, if this chest doesn't fill up with bullets, then we run into a situation where these turrets will be feeding their bullets into this chest rather than holding on to them for themselves, which is actually really bad. But once enough time passes, we'll be fine. So, it's okay. Yeah. I've done something that looks really cool, but in practice is very impractical. It's this little research double belt here. I'm definitely have to move a lot of stuff in the future, but I think that's okay with me because I really want this to be optimized and look nice eventually and have it all organized. But for now, this is just awesome. Look at this. Look at this stupid belt. It wraps around. So basically, now there's just a ring of science that is eternally moving. And so these guys just hold out their things until they find an empty spot, and then they throw something on. So assuming we're taking lots out of the belt, we'll be fine. And then the other thing is I changed this system to use 2 inputs to the research. And this one goes all the way down to this guy, and this guy comes around like this and turns here. So it's like symmetric in a weird way, and it's also just nice. Yeah, so eventually here, like right about, not now because there's this one little hole, but pretty much that system, this will keep it so that both green and red science can get a fair amount of stockpile on the belt, so that we theoretically should never run out. I'm just going to be spam upgrading lab speed for a little bit. But this way, when we run out, you'll see that both of these guys are going to go into overdrive and supply our system thoroughly. Which should help with speed now that we have more labs. And also, we shouldn't have an issue with delay of getting... Well, we have a slight one, I guess. But it's a lot less severe than before. Which I don't really know how that happens. Is it taking 2 per? No, it's taking 1 per. So when one of these goes down to 1, it should start pulling. So this guy will go down to 1 green in a second here. And you'll see, well, it got it. But then they should both be at 1 for a while. Ah, you know what? I'm stupid. It's because this guy goes down to 1, and this guy goes down to 1. So it's pulling from this guy. So eventually this guy runs out. Interesting. Well, either way, it works a little bit better now. And we've got a little bit more speed going for us. So that's good. I definitely want to get more solar panels up at some point. And I do want to get the batteries going, but I do need to go and look and find more oil. So that's really... The stuff down here is just so far away. I would really like to find... Man, these guys just do not let up. I would really like to find closer oil. So that's kind of where I'm at. The radars are running and are exploring... Ooh! Ooh! That is a lot closer. We just have to work out how to defend it, but it looks like there's a bunch of cliffs in the area. We'll have to go check that out. This, by the way, is the situation I was talking about. As you can see, now all these guys are out. Well, these guys aren't out of bullets yet, but they're going to be soon. So to remedy this, we block that. So now bullets coming in are going to stockpile again. And what kind of sucks about our current situation is I always get attacked in this corner, as you can see by the pile of bodies. So we kind of need these turrets to have bullets in them. But this guy will have bullets in him soon, and this guy will get them soon after. So how far up do these fill up? 10? Yeah. We should be okay. What I'll do for now is I'll go, maybe I'll go attack the aliens, thin their numbers out or something. Yeah, this has to be them. And this guy's even coming to attack me. They only have 1 worm. And this is their grouping that they're about to send at my base, I'm sure. So, we gotta kill the worm first. Definitely our biggest threat. And we'd have to destroy this base anyways if we were gonna build that oil base. Just because we can't have aliens this close to it. These bullets do not do a lot of damage. There we go. No purple stuff. Maybe you need to have purple science research first. I'm not sure. So there's the oil. I see it right here and right here. And the surrounding area... You're gonna have to take this out. There's only 1 worm here though, so that's not that bad. I think what we do is we research, after this finishes, we research steel bullets, or whatever they're called. And then we can come back over here with increased firepower and really take down that base really fast. We'll just manually craft them, because we're not quite ready to automate steel production and all that stuff. We don't need a whole ton of it currently, so we're okay with our little manual fueled by coal system. And it looks like we're pretty close to getting these bullets back up. Yo, look at how fast this military upgrade's going though. That's the power of 2 lab speed upgrades plus lower tier research plus this many labs. Oh man, that's funny. We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship to kill the aliens, little Rybuns. Hi, friends. Hopefully my bullets hold up. Haha. Oh, we gotta get rid of the worm. Ooh, yeah, those piercing rounds. There's something else. We are zooming through them, though. I'm sorry, friends. You did nothing wrong. You just existed. And honestly, it's kind of sad. It's kind of really sad that you got in the way of my oil adventure. But it had to be this way. I'm sorry. All right, so oil. We need to connect this to our little electric grid somehow, probably. I think. I don't know how all this works, honestly speaking. I know we can link up stuff. So let's first grab one of these suckers. Who has the most oil? You have the most oil. So yeah, they need to be powered. And you want to ultimately store them in these tanks. Now the way that this works is they have outputs in two corners, but they're both they're bi-directional. So you can set up something like this and then put another one here and have like a little cube of storing oil. And ultimately, I think that's what we want to do. So let's I don't know how much space that's going to take up. Oh, shoot. But we've still been producing walls all this time, so actually we should be solid on walls. The next thing we're going to have to do, though, is connect it all via cable. That'll be a lot of fun. It's not too far away, though, so ultimately, we'll get something up that'll produce resources for us pretty nicely. Also, this is the first video that has my new mic in it completely integrated, so let me know how it sounds. I think what we'll do is we'll call it quits on this video. It's probably be about long enough when we get the oil stuff up and running. So that's what I'll work on now. Alright, so I didn't plan this very well, actually. I need pipes. You think that's enough? You think we can get this to there with this? Darn. But we've got a power line going from our base all the way up here. So that's good. Also, I look very cool now because I have a gate. So I can actually just walk out without destroying my wall. Very nice. Just wanted to share that that beautiful masterpiece with you guys. Alrighty. We've got oil being pumped. Glorious. So the numbers are a little bit weird because it's going in between the three systems and kind of trying to spread evenly. But we've got oil in here. Now, if I remember correctly, to make a battery, we need to do some baloney. Oh, please don't tell me we need water. Oh, lordy. Oh, lordy, lordy. Where's the closest source of water? Is there like a puddle somewhere I can pump out of? We'll have to figure that out. But in order to figure out what we need to place down the other two things we got access to. One of which is this sucker. Now, do I know what he does? Or what this thing does, I should say? Fuck, I don't know. But it does take two inputs and gets a lot of outputs. So that's a thing. Oh yeah, I could just... Yeah, what am I doing? Makes petroleum gas. Now, petroleum gas... we have to store somewhere. Where, you ask? You might ask? You probably ask? I don't know. Are you guys asking? Who knows? But we're gonna store it in here. Wait, this is genius. Why didn't I do that for this one? It can output to all four corners. Except for the inner ones. But that's probably more useful, yeah? I don't know. Who knows? Not me. But now we can do it. And all the petroleum gas. Oh, it sounds like we pissed something off. Oh, shit. Wait. It's coming out of this one. That's right. What's petroleum gas used for, you might ask? Beats the hell out of me. But you know what we can place down? That one thing that I remember existing. This thing. This is where Factorio gets intense. Because I don't do well with chemicals. So we're making all this petroleum gas, yeah? Then we've got this bad boy, and he takes the petroleum gas. And he can make solid fuel out of it. Oh. Where do we get sulfur? Water and petroleum gas. Okay, so we take that, we make sulfur. We use the sulfur to make sulfuric acid with water and iron. We shove that into a battery, and we've got electrical storage. We need water, though. Alright, the adventure continues. See us next time on that one show where I get absolutely nothing accomplished every single time. Yay!